Good morning, dear students. We will begin with the fifth lecture of linear equations in two variables. In last lecture, we were doing exercise 1.2 in which we did some graph sums. Now, exercise 1.2 is having question number 5 and 6 unsolved. We did not solve question number 5 and 6. Question number 5 and 6 linear equations, if you'll observe, 3x minus 4y equal to minus 7, 5x minus 2y equal to 0. Now these equations compared to the previous ones are a little difficult. Now I'll explain you how. See, when you solve the first equation, 3x minus 4y equal to minus 7, you get 3x as minus 7 plus 4y. This minus 4y shifts on the other side. Then x becomes minus 7 plus 4y upon 3. Now why did we simplify this equation in this manner is so that we can just put value of y and get the value of x. So here in this method we will keep changing the value of y, solve the right hand side and get value of x. That's why I have taken some values of y over here. Now in this equation what you need to take care of, since we have a denominator 3 over here, and if we take, anyways I said that we can take any random values. So if we take any random values, for example if we take y as 0, so this will become 4 zeros are 0, 0 and minus 7 when added will give you the answer minus 7, and 7 is not divisible by the table of 3, so you will get the answer in decimal. 7 upon 3 will give the answer in decimal, that is 2.3 recurring. And plotting 2.3 recurring on the graph paper will be little difficult. So what we are going to do is we are going to try such values of y which on solving will give you a whole number as the answer. For example, if I take the value of y here I have taken some particular values. If I take the value of y as 1, so if you observe, x is minus 7 plus 4 into 1 upon 3, that is minus 7 plus 4 upon 3, that is minus 3 upon 3. Now if you will see, the numerator is 3, which is divisible by table 3. So we get the answer as minus 1, a whole number. An integer, not a whole number, an integer, because this is a negative. So we get overall answer as an integer minus 1. So we need to take care of such equations where you get the denominator. Now if you observe the next value of y, if I would have taken as 2, y equal to 1 is over. If I take the value of y as 2, this will be 4 2s are 8. 8 and minus 7 will give you the answer 1, and 1 upon 3 will give you a decimal answer. So again it will be problematic to solve on the graph paper, to plot the point on the graph paper. So I am taking selective values of y, selective favorable values of y, you can say. So next time I am taking the value of y as 4. Now if you will observe, if y is 4, this will become minus 7 plus 4 into 4 upon 3, which is minus 7 plus 16 upon 3, which will become 9 upon 3, and 9 is divisible by 3. So we get the final answer of x as 3. Now the next value of y is minus 2. You can keep trying the values of y, children. You can try the value of y 3. 4 3s are 12. 12 minus 7 will give you the answer 5. Again 5 upon 3 will be decimal. Try value of y as 5. 4 5s are 20. 20 minus 7 answer will give you 13. 13 upon 3 will give decimal answer. So you can randomly try values. So the next favorable value that I got is minus 2 over here. 4 into minus 2. Let's see what you get. Minus 7 plus 4 into minus 2 upon 3. That is minus 7 minus 8 upon 3. That is minus 15 upon 3. We get the value of x is minus 5. So the 3 points that we got over here, the first point is minus 1 comma 1. The second point is 3 comma 4. And the third point is minus 5 comma minus 2. Now the same will happen for the second equation also. Now if you'll observe the second equation, 5x minus 2y equal to 0, that means 5x will be 2y, implies x will remain here, 5 will go down, it will be 2 upon 5y. So the value of x is 2 by 5 times of y. So now you have to change the values of y to get the value of x. Now the value of y should be changed in such a way that it gets cancelled with x, because we have an into sign over here. If we take value of y as 7, 5 and 7 will not get cancelled. 2 sevens are 14, 14 upon 5 will give you a decimal answer. 14 doesn't go in the table of 5. So take some favorable values of y, like you have to take values of y such that it cancels with 5. So I choose the first value of y as 0. So 0 multiplied with 2 upon 5. See, 0 with 2 upon 5 gives you the answer 0. So the first point is 0, 0. That means the origin. Now let's see the second point. The second value of y is 5. So this will be 2 upon 5 into 5. 5 ones are 5 ones are. Answer of x is 2. The third value of y is minus 5. You can take value of 5, 10 also. 5 and 10 gets cancelled, right? The next value I took is minus 5. So x will be 2 upon 5 into minus 5. That implies x value is minus 2. So the first point is 0, 0, that is origin, 2, 5, and the third point is minus 2, minus 5. So all this working, the points that you got, you have to put them in a table like this. Okay, so now when you do these sums in the exam, children, the working carries marks. You need to show this working. Then the table carries marks. Without table, without working, direct graph will not fetch you any marks. So you need to show the table, you need to show the working. Now once the table is ready, table number 1 and table number 2, 1 and 2 table is ready, then we shift to the graph paper. The first thing that we do in the graph paper is we draw the x-axis and y-axis. So once the x-axis and y-axis is ready, then we start plotting the points. See the table and start plotting the points. The first point is minus 1, 1. Minus 1, 1 means in x-axis minus 1, in y-axis 1. So minus 1 and 1 is this point. Then the second point in table number 1 was 3, 4. x3 and y4. So if you will observe, 3 and 4 comes and meets here. Then the third point was minus 5, minus 2. X minus 5 and y minus 2. It meets here. So these are the 3 points. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. So you join these points and you get the first line, that is 3x minus 4y equal to minus 7. Now let's go to the second table. The second table, the first point was origin 0, 0. The second point was 2, 5. x2 and y5. This is the point 2, 5. And the third point was minus 2, minus 5. X minus 2, y minus 5. This point. So we have the 3 points collinear. You join them, you get the second line, 5x minus 2y equal to 0. Now these 2 points where they intersect, you have to note down the point where it intersects. So this is the point where it intersects. If you will see, the x coordinate is 1 and if you will see the y coordinate is 2.5 sorry. So the coordinate of this point is 1, 2.5. So this is the solution of these 2 equations. This is the graphical way which we do. So the final answer here will be, therefore 1, 2.5 is the solution. Or you can write in the fraction form 1, 5 by 2. 2.5 when converted into fraction is 1, 5 by 2 is the solution. So this is how you solve graphically. Now question number 6. is also solved in the similar way, children. Question number 6, the first equation is 2x minus 3y equal to 4, 3y minus x equal to 4. Now the equation 2x minus 3y equal to 4 when simplified becomes 2x is equal to 4 plus 3y, x is equal to 4 plus 3y upon 2. So answer of x is 4 plus 3y upon 2, where you have to keep changing the value of y to get the value of x, and that to favorable value of y. Okay, take such value of y which on multiplying 3 and then adding with 4 should give you a number which is divisible by 2. So I start choosing the value. Let's choose first y as 0. If we take y as 0, this will become 3 zeros as 0. Left will be 4. 4 plus 0, and the number 4 is divisible by 2. So the final value of x is 2. Then the next value of y, if we suppose we take 1. If we take 1, so this will be 3 ones are 3, and 3 plus 4 will give you answer 7. 7 is not divisible by table 2. So that's why we don't choose, or we are not choosing the value of y as 1. Then we choose the next value of y as 2. You can take negative, positive, keep doing trial and error method. We take the value of y as 2. Next value of y as 2. So 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 4. See, solving is here. 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 4 gives you the answer 10. 10 upon 2, you get the value of x as 5. Next value of y is 4. If you want, you can try 3 and see, children. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 does not go in the table of 2. So the next value of y we choose is 4. So this will be 4 plus 3 into 4 upon 2. That is 4 plus 12 upon 2. That is 16 upon 2. So the value of x is 8. So the first point that we got for the graph is 2, 0. The second point that we got is 5, 2. The third point that we got is 8, 4. Now all these 3 points we have to jot them down in a table like this. Now let's go to the next equation, 3y minus x equal to 4. Now 3y minus x equal to 4, this will be 3y minus 4 equal to x, that is x will be 3y minus 4. So the value of x is 3y minus 4. You have to keep changing the value of y, you will keep getting the value of x. So let's start with the first value of y. When y is 0, x will be 3 zeros as 0 minus 4, that is 0 minus 4, answer is minus 4. Here we don't have a denominator, so we don't have to choose particular value by which you will get a number divisible by so and so number. यहाँ पर denominator नहीं है. So you can take any value of y over here. So y, if we take 1, this will be 3 ones are 3 minus 4. The answer of x will be minus 1. Then the next value of y we take is 2. 3 2s are 6 minus 4. The answer of x is 2. So the first point is minus 4, 0. Second point is minus 1, 1. Third point is 2, 2. All these 3 points, again we have to tabulate them. We have to put them in a table. Now with the help of these 2 tables, then we move forward to the graph paper, where the first step is we draw the x-axis and the y-axis. X-axis, y-axis, write down the coordinates and start plotting the points. The first point that we plot in the first table was 2, 0. X coordinate 2, y coordinate 0. So this is the point 2, 0. Then 5, 2. X coordinate 5, y coordinate 2. So here, this is the second point. Then third point is 8, 4. X coordinate 8, y coordinate 4, where they meet here. So this is the third point, 8, 4. First point, second point, third point, join them, you get the first line, 2x minus 3y equal to 4. Then we move to the second table. In second table, the first point was minus 4, 0. Minus 4 on x-axis and 0 on y-axis. So this is where they meet. Minus 4 and 0 meets over here. First point. Then minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 and 1 here. And the next point is 2 comma 2, 2 and 2 here. So when we join these 3 points, we get this particular line, 3y minus x is equal to 4. And the point where they intersect, this point, see I have marked with the pen, this point is where they intersect. If you check the coordinate, the x coordinate is 8 and the y coordinate is 4. So the point of intersection is the solution. So the final answer we write is 8 comma 4 is the solution. Is it clear? This final answer is very essential, children. Whenever you solve this sum, I'll tell you where is the weightage of marks over here. The first thing they check is the table. Table is checked, working is checked. Working and table should be relevant. What working you are doing here, the same point should be here. So you get marks for the table and the working. The next thing is you get points for drawing proper coordinate axis. Then the graph lines. Each graph line is allotted separate marks. This question comes for usually 3 to 4 marks, children. It is not a 1 mark, 2 mark question. It comes for 3 to 4 marks. Either a 3 mark question or a 4 mark question. Then the graph line will get marks each individually. And after the graph line, then the point of intersection has separate marks. So you need to plot or show this point of intersection and you need to write it in the final answer, that 8 comma 4 is the solution. So this is how the marks are distributed for this particular sum. Now after doing graph, before finishing with this lecture, I need to take a small topic for you all. This topic is about determinant, which will help us for the next section which we are going to do in this lecture. So let's see what is determinant. What are determinants? Determinants is a kind of an arrangement of numbers like this. See, 4, 2, 1, 3. Or this kind of arrangement, minus 5, 1, 0, 2. You can call it as 2 by 2 arrangement, where there are 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows, 2 columns. We have determinants of 3 by 3 also, 3 rows, 3 columns. We have determinants of 4 by 4 also. But for now, in this lesson, we will be learning determinants of 2 by 2. Determinant is a kind of an arrangement in which the numbers are arranged in rows and columns. So here we have a determinant of order 2, that is 2 by 2. 2 rows, 2 columns. Now how to solve this determinant? This determinant will be solved in this manner. We have to start with 4. 4 will be multiplied by 3. So 4 will be multiplied by 3. Then a minus sign. Then 2 multiplies with 1. Again children, how to solve this determinant? We have to start with the first value from here. First value minus 5. Minus 5 will multiply with 1. Then put a minus sign. Then 0 multiplies with 2. 0 multiplies with 2. So the final answer here will be 12 minus 2, that is 10. And here the final answer will be minus 5 minus 0, the answer is minus 5. So this is how we calculate the value of determinants. Again children, what are determinants? Determinant is arrangement of numbers in 2 by 2, 2 rows, 2 columns. How to solve the determinant? In this format. We start with the first number, cross with the next number, minus sign. This minus sign is compulsory. Then 2 multiplied with 1. If in general, if I am writing a determinant like this, see, A, B, C, D. So in general, if I am writing like this, then what is the answer of this determinant? A into D. A, D, minus sign compulsory, C into B or B into C. Okay, so this is how we calculate determinants. So for now, today we will be doing only those 2 graph questions and only determinant. I'll give you some homework. You need to calculate determinant. Write down the homework will be to calculate determinant of these given sums. First one, 5, 7, 3, 9. Second one, -8, 2, -3, 4. Third one, will be 3, 4, 2, 5. Fourth one will be -1, 2, 7, 4. Fifth one, 5, -7, 3, 0. And sixth one, 7 upon 3, 3 upon 2, 5 upon 3, 1 upon 2. I'll send you the photocopy of all these solutions and the last lecture's homework solution along with this lecture, children. Whenever I give a homework, the solution I will send it in the next lecture. So you need to solve the homework and keep, and you can check the answers in the next lecture. Okay, so this homework solution I will send along with the next lecture, and with this lecture I will send you the solution of the previous homework, that is Saturday's homework. Okay, now see you all tomorrow, children. Till then I hope you solve this determinant values and keep in your notebook, because we'll be starting with the new section, a new type or new method of solving simultaneous equation. So we'll meet in the next lecture, children. Till then you stay safe and stay home, stay blessed. Okay, God bless you and take care.